Anyway, next up, we have Tobii Dynavox. Let's review updates and features in the TD Snap communication software by Patrick again. And Patrick, it's all yours.
Thank you so much. Again, I'm Patrick Bruni from the learning team at Tobii Dynavox. And today we're talking about some of the updates and features to the TD Snap software. And this 20 minutes goes fast, so I'm going to jump right in. First, I'd like to talk about, and it's been great, so many nice implementation resources that everybody is talking about. So I'd like to talk about ours that we've been putting forward for all of you as well. And that's the Core First Learning 2. This is our Core First Learning print. It's been updated from our original set of Core First Learning options, and then the activities to go. And I'd like to talk about both of these. So Core First Learning, this has been updated. It continues to be free. It is free. It's a print activity, so low tech, and anyone can utilize this really who's using a core word approach in AAC. So I think it's a great support for really all of our learners. It's now provides a great user-friendly program manual. We have standardized lesson plans for all of the 36 core words that we have focused on. There are now an updated library of over 108 core focused books. We use an approach with all of our activities that talks about how we can use, spell, find, and write our core words. So every set from this Core First Learning around one of the words has a series of activities that support alphabet learning, writing, letter recognition, shared reading, lots of different supports within this Core First Learning. It really is an amazing resource, and I'd like to show where you can find it. If I go to the website of TobiiDynavox.com, right under products, and way over to the right, here it is, Core First Learning. All you have to do is just sign up for it, and then you will get a link to get the free resource. You will get the complete folder to download. It's quite a big folder, so it's a zip folder that you can unzip and use. It's just a great resource. So that, again, to find it is under products, over on the right side, low tech AAC, and there you're going to find Core First Learning. Another resource that very few people know about is called Boardmaker Activities to Go. Now, if you have a Boardmaker subscription, they're all in there ready to go. But what we've done from our Go Boardmaker site is we have expanded that to lots of free print and go activities right from that site. And I'll tell you, these are fantastic. They follow basic themes in the classroom, and then there's different units that support the theme. But within each activity to go, you have books at different Lexile levels for your students, so for some differentiated learning. You have activity schedules, vocabulary activities, matching activities. You have a board game, bingo, crafts activities. It's really an outstanding support. Now, again, if you have the Boardmaker subscription, you have all of these. But on our Go Boardmaker site, and I'll show you where we can find them in a minute, here are the ones that are available now. Every quarter, we sort of change these free options. There's always 4 or 5 free options every quarter. Coming up here in December, or November, December, we're going to have a seasons the seasons one is already here and activities to go. We're going to add one that's about toys and play, mindfulness, and then all the holidays in December. So really a great resource to kind of hit the ground running with supports that you can use. And then the last one is the Boardmaker Celebrations. This is a series of books, and we have about 12 or 14 of them up right now. And each book, when you download, has a book, an art activity, and a game board. These are all free from the GoBoardmaker.site. I'm just going to jump to that really quick so I can show you. Let me pull up a new GoBoardmaker.com. And oops, I have this a little small. Let me enlarge that a little bit. And right under here, under shop, you're going to find activities to go, celebration content, and also the Boardmaker idea book. All of these are free and free resources that you can use to support your AAC learning. All right. Another update to the Core First is the topics menu. This has been in our most recent launch of TD Snap 1.23. The topics menu has been simplified. And this really has come from data that we've collected, talking to users, families, and so on, that we have in the original page set, any page set before TD Snap 1.23, which came out just a couple of weeks ago, we had 80 plus topics, and there really were just too much information, some redundancy between topics, some were a little hard to understand how to utilize. And so we've reduced those down to, I think, about 24 or 28 topics that are ready to go. And these topics are going to be content specific information that really supports communication within a content. So we've just made it a little easier to navigate. I'll show them to you in a minute. There's also open spaces for people to add their own messages and really customize it to make it important for you. From the topics menu, hang on, we have also added a general supports button. They used to be sort of buried in each topic, and they're still there. But what people have been using is bringing these supports up to the front. And within those, I'm going to show you how you can go ahead and modify lots of these supports. If you like some of those topics that aren't there when you create a new user, you just have to go to Page Set Central, and you'll be able to find everything up there. I noticed someone had said the feelings topic was one that they really liked that didn't make this cut. Well, it's right up there in Page Set Central, and you can download and import it into your software. Here's the TD Snap software. I'm going to go to topics. Here's the new button under general supports. And so now we have an example right here, such as the first then. First you finish your work, then you get to play. We have mini schedules, social narratives, examples, but now there are blanks here that you can start and fill. Very simple to customize. You can just go right here under the edit button, which is in the upper right-hand corner. Click any of these blank. And now I'm going to pull this menu up. Right here in the first then, here's where we add first, I do my speech, then I get to rest. And so we can just add that right here. First I talk to you all, and then I get to take a break. And so very simple to create any one of these first then. I could rename it. And there's my first then. So those behavior supports have been brought up, even the visual timer. You can see now the timer is set for 5 minutes, and I can specify that, but here it is working down. And as I work within my software, it's letting me know how much longer I have. I should probably put that in. I have about 6 more minutes to go. So I'm going to go ahead and stop that. And the topics themselves. So you can see as I open one up, there's going to be more blanks. Things have been modified so that a lot of the phrases themselves are more engaging. They're more not about answering questions, but engaging communication. Also expanding the type of communication functions. So it's more than just a basic requesting. Yes, the timer does have a nice big beep at the end, and so that's why I turned it off, because I'm always surprised every time it happens. Yeah. Okay, let's look at another feature. Let's see, where is it? Right here. Okay. Sarah, yes, from PageSet Central, we can download any of those page bundles, we call them, and import them right into the software of TD Snap, no matter what page set you're using. Now, this isn't a new feature, but it's a fantastic feature that I just want to make sure everyone is aware of, the diversity settings that have been added to the TD Snap software. It works across any of our page sets, but this is just so important when we're so, our goal is to get our students and anyone to use their device, not, have that device set up on the counter and not wanting to be used. It's so important because representation matters so much in that every one of us see ourselves in that system, and the families that are using it see themselves in that system. So we have a couple things that have been added a few series ago, but it's something that I want everyone to talk about. It has been great seeing that through a lot of the different presentations. But we have this diverse tone setting for both skin and hair. And now this is in our settings menu. So there is one setting. If yours is not a diverse page set right now, in fact, I'm just going to go right into the software and show these. So here's my page set, and you can see right now that it's on the diversity setting. So across, there's one button hit that will allow across the entire symbol set, you're going to see a diverse representation of individuals in symbols, from skin color, hair color, and the individual and the symbols themselves. The way you do that, if you choose this page set tab, now I brought this way up, page set tab, and under style, this is where you make changes to background buttons and so on. But we have symbol colors. Right now, we have a skin tone editor. If you have a current page set that was developed before this recent release, you're not going to see the diversity like I have here. So just come to that skin tone and select diverse. And now across your entire page set, you have more diversity in the type of symbols. In fact, any new page set that you create now is going to have the diversities function turned on. So that's just default as you move forward. Now you can also change skin tone across the entire set by choosing any one of these 6, even choosing the new, which brings up a color code themselves. Oh, great. And yes, the course on representation matters from our Learning Hub and it's on our Learning Hub, Danielle, as well. It is fantastic. It is such a good course by Stephanie Ekus from our team as well. And I'll show you where you can find that. But great. I'm glad that you were able to change the settings right away. So we can use the diverse setting, or you can choose a skin tone. That changes all of them across the board, and also hair color as well. The diverse setting is set, but you can choose a hair color as well. Now, another thing I want to show is right here. Let me find a symbol. Let me just click. I'm going to stay in my editing. I'm still in my editor. I'm going to go to, I think down here, people. I'm going to double click. And so let's say I want to change some of these people. I can choose any one of these symbols, and it's highlighted. I'm going to pull it up, and it's highlighted when you see the little handles around the symbols. I'm going to pull this up, and right here is our symbol editor, this bucket with the little paint dropping out. Right here, I can go through, choose some of the presets, or I can go here and choose a skin tone and drop it right in and ready to go. accept that, and I can make changes individually, change clothing, whatever makes it important for that individual. I want to play just this little video that we have here because let's pull it up. Where are you? Oh, there it is. Okay. As we go through, I also want to talk about the voices, the African-American English digital voices.
Hello, my name is Darius. I am happy to join Tamira in the Acapella's African-American English Voices.
Hi, and welcome on board, partner. I'm really looking forward to vocalizing content with you by my side. Let's start talking.
All right. We have just a couple more minutes here. And so I really want to talk about this, the Boardmaker Player Library. The Boardmaker Player Library, I'm going to jump right into the software. This is something that's in the dashboard, and it may not be something that you're even aware of. It's right here, Boardmaker Player Activities. And I'll tell you, it is fantastic. Not only does it have a loaded series of activities and examples, and it has a bookshelf of all sorts of our core word books, as well as several that I just downloaded from the Boardmaker community. You can download that right into this bookshelf itself. And so now I have books that I can play. I can jump into the core words and I can say, oh my gosh, his teeth are really big.
Big.
I think it would be bad if I ever saw him. And now I hit the back button and I'm back into my book. The Boardmaker library has lots of activities already there, populated and ready to go. But if you have a Boardmaker subscription, or even if you create a free one, you can download anything that is in the Boardmaker community right into your software. Kaya was someone that we were working with, and here's her schedule for the day. In fact, if I just roll up my toolbar, here is her AM schedule, and it'll open right up to her schedule. These I made in my Boardmaker software, loaded them into my Snap software, and she can make her schedule and now go through. Here's her morning meeting activities. This is from a classroom that I watched. They start with positive thoughts.
I am loved. I am surrounded by friends.
This is a great activity of who's here. She can now bring
Lindsay
her
is here.
classmates.
Jocelyn is not here.
And talk about who's here
Sume
and who
is here.
not. Really exciting how you can bring these in. If you're using Pod, yes, the same thing. This Boardmaker player is a function of TD Snap, not a certain page set. It's just, that's the exciting part of using the TD Snap. There's parts of this platform, of the software, that really are exciting, that can be used across support, across page sets. And this Boardmaker player, being able to bring in from the community. Again, if you create a free Boardmaker account, you can bring in anything from the community right into your software. However, if you have the subscription to the software, you can create everything that you need specific for that learning. Angela, I am not sure about the new American Child Voices. My guess is that yes, they will be coming to TD Snap. I'm just not sure about the date. I will check on that. Where you can find more information on how to do any of this stuff with Boardmaker is, I want to go to, just because we don't have the time to go through all of that, unfortunately, is I'm going to go to our site, Tobii Dynavox.com. Under Learning Support, you're going to jump to the Learning Hub. In our Learning Hub, and I have this tab open, you're going to go to the course catalog. This is free. You just have to create it. If you haven't created an account with Tobii Dynavox, you just have to create one. But from this course catalog, we have, I don't even know the number of courses and resources around this information. So I can just go into software and apps, and now under Boardmaker, I have 42 different courses and supports around Snap as well, TD Talk and Snap. That information is there. You can even just go up here and search your course as well for that information. But the Learning Hub is going to be a great place to find this. And we're just creating, Alyssa, how to download from the community into TD Snap. We're putting those resources in the Learning Hub almost as we speak. We're working on those resources. At any time, go to Contact. Find your solutions consultant. They will help you get that information or direct you to the person that you need. And they will be able to find you the information that you need for any of these resources and supports. But you can also reach out to me.
Patrick, would you like me to start reading you some of the questions?
Yes.
Okay. How do I create this schedule? Is it in Boardmaker Activities?
So the schedule is just something that you can create if you have a subscription. Now, this AM schedule that I used here, I just found that actually in the library of resources on myboardmaker.com under activities. You're going to find the community activities. I don't know, like 90,000 activities up there. And I just found this there. And I just downloaded it. Now, it's a little bit of a process to get it into your Snap software, but we're working on those step-by-steps.
Time's up.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Patrick and Sarah.